How's it going, administrators? Tangtang and Rossi are confirmed to be the next two 6-star operators coming to Arknights Endfield. Today's video is going to give you a breakdown of how their kits work and talk about other characters you could be building up to optimize their teams if you're planning to pull for them. Let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? I think Tangtang's the character I'm most excited for from these two releases. Her cryo application's likely going to make her work well with Yvonne and Alesh, which are two of the favorite characters I have built on my account. But she's also got a few other support skills and a really unique way to lock enemies in place to let you deal massive damage. Let's go ahead and review. Tangtang's battle skill applies cryo application instantaneously when it pops off and then provides additional damage over time as these whirlpools swirl around our opponents. Tangtang's combo skill has a symbiotic relationship with her battle skill. When applying cryo affliction or arts damage, it goes ahead and triggers and then applies the slow effect from the whirlpool that is dropping onto the battlefield for you. And then this whirlpool further enables your battle skill, allowing you to trigger more than one whirlpool at a time. We see these attacks in sequence here with the first battle skill enabling the cryo affliction to enable the combo skill, and then we drop the slow with the whirlpool effect, and then if the battle skill is used a second time, this time it creates not just one but two of these swirling whirlpools, dealing additional damage from our new character. Tangtang's ultimate, the chief sees you, pulls back her eye patch, revealing a surprise second functional eye. Not only does it deal damage in an area of effect, but it pauses the actions of an enemy for a short time, giving us a new symbol that I don't believe we've seen before that's markedly different than solidification. How is it different, you ask? Well, it looks like this freeze is going to work on enemies that are larger and typically don't get stopped by solidification. Now, my assumption is that this is still not going to work on like boss style monsters, but this kind of middle tier class of enemy that can't be stopped by solidification will get caught in its tracks by Tangtang's ultimate, it seems. Now, Tangtang's obviously going to have pretty clean synergy with characters that enjoy cryo application. Yvonne, in particular, felt like she didn't have a truly powerful character to pair her with that could drop that cryo on demand, which Tangtang does very cleanly on the opener. It'll be interesting to see how your battle skills want to be allocated in the early rounds of these fights, because Tangtang kind of wants you to use two skill points on her early, enable cryo, combo skill, battle skill again to get those double vortexes. But characters like Yvonne or Alesh also want to use a battle skill to apply that solidification so they can be enabling their own combo skills. Those type of details of figuring out not only which teammates these characters want to be paired with, but also what your optimal rotations look like when you're playing them on the battlefield are things that we're going to have to explore and figure out. Rossi is our other confirmed new 6-star operator, and her kit's a little bit of a hybrid set of skills. Let's go ahead and check it out. Rossi is a mixture of physical and fire, with the former being the one that her kit really wants to have enabled. Her battle skill has two parts to it that we see here. The first giving the dash with the sharp claws that always happens, but the second having the requirement of if the target's already vulnerable, you get to inflict that second bit of damage and apply this key stat razor mark to the target that deals additional continuous damage over time. Rossi's combo skill really marries the two parts of her kit together, the physical and the arts, requiring that the enemy not only have a vulnerability on it, but also an arts infliction as well. This skill also has a two-part effect to it with a timing component. So you trigger first to deal a bit of damage, and then if you hit the second part with perfect timing, it not only launches the enemy up, but gives them additional vulnerability stacks here as well, cranking them from 1 all the way up to 3 in this example footage. Rossi's ultimate is a clean and straightforward finisher, dashing towards a specific enemy, doing multiple hits for a massive amount of damage, and providing heat infliction at the end should they manage to survive. Another bit that's noteworthy from her ultimate, and this will matter a lot when we're selecting gear and building around Rossi, is that when her ultimate deals a critical hit, it gets extra damage on top of its base, meaning to maximize her, this looks like another DPS that's going to want crit hit as a stat you build out. Rossi's kit seems like it'll have a good bit of flexibility in how exactly you leverage it, with the strict requirements being you need someone to apply an arts infliction and a vulnerability, but there's a huge range of characters that can do that. But the one character in my mind that jumps to being a solid support for her is Pogranchik, because his battle skill acquires additional skill point recovery for you when you have more vulnerability stacks on the enemy, and Rossi's going to stack up a bunch of those if you're hitting her combo skill timing appropriately. In addition to confirming Rossi and Tangtang were coming as our next 6-star operators, the update video that I'm going to link in the video description down below if you missed it shared that we're going to have a whole new part of Wooling to explore. They're going to be adding new rewards to collect. There's going to be new gear to craft. There's going to be new bits to Umbral Monument and the etchings to explore, and so much more. I'm hyped to dig on into more Arknights Endfield, and if you are too, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get lots of game news updates and character breakdowns and things like this video and so much more. If you enjoyed today's roundup, be sure to smash the like button. Appreciate everybody that made it all the way through the end of the video today, and I hope your next headhunting pulls are excellent.